It was a very challenging, very tough year, but going into it, we knew this was coming. It didn't disappoint the year, with the predictions, but in the end, we are getting through it, or we are almost through it, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm very confident that we can be where we were before the pandemic hit us, and this year, it was what it was. We couldn't do a lot about it, but we made the best out of it. I think the two drivers developed very well. The team stayed strong. We didn't make mistakes, or not a lot of mistakes. He always makes mistakes, but there was nothing. We are ready. That is what we wanted to use this year to get ready for the future, and we are getting ready, and we are ready. I didn't anticipate to be this difficult with it, but I was told better than that. But in the end, I think everybody did a good job, the team, the drivers, to grow. I think we should be ready for next year. Very difficult to do something like this, and you have two rookie drivers, no known quantity, nothing to compare with experience. But they did both a good job, and I can see the progress they made from the first test in Bahrain to now. They just know so much more about Formula One, how it works, how to do things, because we never doubted the talent of driving. It was more like, can we get them ready for Formula One? And I think they are ready now for a better season next year. Being still the youngest team in the paddock, it's always difficult because you're always seen as you're not ready. But we are ready because we finished fifth in 2018. That's what I say. It's a lot of the same people there. We didn't get stupid. We just didn't have the same level playing field as the other ones. We didn't develop our car in 20. But the team, what they gave to the driver is they taught them what they will need in the future. And in the beginning, always difficult to take for young drivers, especially if they got two new ones coming from Formula 2. I think the talent, the speed is there, but they are not used to work with a big team like this, and they don't know how many good people they have around and how they can use them. But I think the team did a fantastic job in getting them through the first season, teaching them a lot of things. And because for the team, it's also a bigger job to have rookie drivers than to have experienced drivers, because they have to teach them everything, while maybe the rookie driver thinks he knows it already, but he doesn't, and that is part of it. But I think they established, both drivers established with their engineers, with their mechanics, with the people, with the technical people back at home, a good relationship, and they now understand how complex Formula One is, and with how many people they have to work with, and rely on them now more than they did in the beginning. I think what Formula One has pulled off, and Formula One, I mean the teams, the promoter, the FIA, in the last 2 years, not only this year, is quite amazing. In a pandemic like this, to have in 22 races in a year, bringing spectators in, not putting people at harm. Within the industry, we had very few cases of the virus. It is quite amazing, and putting the calendar together. I know it's a tough calendar, but there was no other options. But then having the fans back, it was fantastic. Mexico, Austin, there were places where it's just like we didn't know that anymore. We forgot about it. And when you see it again, that is why we do this, because for the people which watch it, and the organization, and obviously our people are tired. I think everybody's tired because it is a tough season. But when you see this, everybody can be proud of, in Formula One, what was achieved. Hindsight is always a beautiful thing. Obviously, now I would do something because I know better, because I know what happened afterwards. So you would do things better. But in general, going back to the real question, I don't think we did anything wrong. It was a tough season. We knew this was coming, but I wouldn't change anything particular, like a big change, or do it something completely different. I would do little things different with the benefit of the hindsight, but otherwise, no. I think we will come out next year again, coming back to where we were in 16, just going upwards again. Next year with the new regulation, I think we start a new chapter in Formula One, or the next chapter, not a new one, with hopefully better overtaking. We have got the cost cap in place, a more level playing field. People can make progress even if you have not got the big money, and I think that's all very good. And for us in particular, we really look forward to it, to the new regulation, because that is the future. I think not that this is bad what we are doing, it's fantastic, but we need to move with the times. We just need to continue to make things better, that for everybody working in it, commercially working better, for the spectator, having more overtaking, having more competition. It's always trying to improve, and I think FOM has done a good job, and FIA with the new regulations, what they all put in place. And I think we are in a very good place in the moment for the future. I really believe on it, and that made me last year keep on pushing that we stay around, because I can see the future. I spoke with FOM, and I understand that where they want to be. That is where we want to be. Obviously, it will not come straight away, the success, but we have got the opportunity of having success in our own hands now, and which you cannot ask for more than that.